So I'll be adding in some already sliced onion into this already washed turkey. I'm adding some freshly blended pepper. I'll also be going in with some seasoning. I already blended the seasoning, so I don't have to open it cube after cube. That way it's easier to manage for me. I'll be going in with some salt. I'll also be going in with some ginger powder. Now, I don't like the smell of garlic. I hate it with passion because it just smells so badly and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. That way, I know that I'm safe. I know it's even very medicinal. I mean, the garlic powder, but I just don't like it. I can't stand it. It's nauseating when I smell garlic. For me, I don't like it. So I'm adding some thyme. Did you guys also notice that I didn't add water to this mix? So guys, I'm going to be adding this chicken seasoning into this already cooking turkey. I like the smell. I like the aroma it gives my food. So I'm adding that, and that makes it very fantastic for me. So I'll be giving it some very good stir. I stir very well so that all my seasoning goes into the turkey properly. I don't have to worry about one side cooking and the other side not tasting properly. And I'm going to leave this for some, let's say 10 to 15 minutes to steam properly so that the seasoning will go inside very well. It will enter it very, very well. You know what I mean, right? So I'm going to be covering this for some 20 minutes, like I mentioned, 15 to 20 minutes. I'm not so sure, but depending on how I feel. So I cover, I leave to cook, and then I come back to add some water to it. Now, to our jollof rice, I already added some olive oil. Now I'm adding some onion to start the cooking process of the jollof rice. So I'm adding some very much onion into this. I like onion in my food. I'm adding this particular brand of of tomato paste, because I find it very annoying, the kind of tomato paste that we have in the market these days. They are not red enough. Even if it is red, it looks like it is coloring that they added to it, and it just doesn't give that tomato taste, tomato paste taste in my food. So this is the particular brand that I love to use, and that's what I'm going to be using today in this video. Guys, you also notice that I already set aside the turkey. I've already put it down, and it has already properly cooked, because we are going to be using the water. Now I'm stirring this very well because I need this to fry. I don't need it to cook. There's a difference. And if you're going to be cooking smoky jollof rice, you need to know that this thing has to fry, not to cook. So I'm going to be doing this for some 5 to 10 minutes because it's very important that we allow it to fry properly. And that way we are very, very good to go. I am still stirring. If you're still here, please click on the like button and please drop your comments if you're enjoying this video. So I'm still stirring. You can see, stir, and allow it to fry for, I think I left this for about 5 minutes or so. Yeah, because if you don't want it to start burning. At the same time, did you also notice I'm using wooden spoon for this particular meal? The jollof rice. Now, first of all, I'm using non-stick pots, so you need to understand. Now, you can see that this thing has already fried properly. I also went in with some more tomato paste because I like to add it gradually, and that way I'm adding in batches. So you can see it's already properly fried by now, by now. Frying is important. It helps you a lot. It helps us. It is going to actually help us achieve our desired goal at the end of this video. So that's what I'm going to be doing. We are still waiting. Oh guys, we are adding some ginger powder now again into this sauce. Now I like to add all my seasoning from the scratch because it helps me, and it just helps me retain the aroma that I want. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I added curry powder, I added ginger powder, I also added I'm also going to be going in with some seasoning cubes. I'm stirring again to ensure that everything is evenly distributed. I think I already added some crayfish as well, so that way. Oh, that looks like some some garlic powder. Well, let's see. Yes, my favorite jollof rice spice. I'm also going to be adding this one because it also helps me with to achieve my entire end goal. So everything, as long as it works properly, I'm just going to be adding and adding and adding and adding. So I'm going to be going in with some good, very good stir. So I stir properly because stirring is very important. You want everything to go in evenly. So I'm adding a bit of seasoning, because remember we already added seasoning into our turkey when we were cooking the last time. So now I will be going in with little, because I know that what's it called, I don't want my food to be too I don't know how to, I don't even know the English to use. I don't want Maggie to jar the rice. You people understand what I'm saying. That way I've communicated. So I'm going to stir, because stirring is very important. We need to stir this properly so that you don't have some undissolved product in one side. So that's my crayfish. I've added some crayfish again to this. It's already grated blended crayfish. I like the smell. Crayfish is everything when you're cooking. For me, when I'm cooking and I've not added crayfish, I feel like something is wrong. I'm not an Igbo girl, but I know that Igbo people like to use a lot of crayfish. So I think I learned that. So here we have our already blended pepper mix. Yes, it's a pepper mix. There's rodo, there's tomato, there's tatashi, there's plenty of onions, and of course fresh ginger inside this mix. I already boiled it so as to reduce the water from this the combination. So I'm going to have to be adding it little by little into this mix. Also, please remember that we are frying this stew. We are frying this pepper sauce, this pepper mix. We are frying it. We are not leaving it to cook. It's not boiling. We are not boiling it. We just want it to fry, because that's what is going to help us to achieve our end goal. It's very important to note this. You are not cooking it. You're just making sure you fry it. So I added it batch by batch so as to achieve my goal at the end of the day, and in order for it to help me to be able to stir properly and to allow the previous seasoning to go into it properly. So I'm still stirring. I stir it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that way it's properly done. So here already we have our already fried stew. Now I'm going in with the turkey stock. Remember, we boiled turkey earlier, and then this is the stock water from the turkey. So this way I do not have to use a lot of ingredients, especially a lot of Maggi and salt. And for me, guys, if I'm cooking jollof rice and I don't have this stock water, that's like, I don't know how I'm going to achieve the end result though, because this is like the very, very most important part of cooking jollof rice. It's very, very important. And that way, I'm also very careful about when I cook. If I'm not in the mood to cook, I don't achieve the desired results. So if I'm going to cook, I make sure that I have everything readily prepared. That way I don't need to bother myself. I don't need to have any headache or any wahala or whatever. I just don't bother myself about the outcome. I just know it's going to come out properly well done. So I leave to boil for some 10 minutes. Okay, I covered it so that everything can come back together. Now I'm going in with some already cooked gizzard. I'm deliberately adding this one so that inside this pepper mix, so that everything cooks properly. As you can see, our pepper mix is already properly cooked and it looks really nice already. In fact, this stew is already looking like something you used to eat agege bread. Are you guys feeling me? Now I'm going into this pepper mix with some already parboiled basmati rice. Now what I did was, but you know basmati rice can be very is very fast to cook. So I boiled some water and then I now poured the water into a bowl that already has the basmati rice. I left it for about 5 minutes, allow every of the dirt and all the waka waka to just leave the rice like that. And that way I've been able to parboil it a bit. Also minding the fact that basmati rice cooks very fast. So that was what I did and I already washed it. So I poured it into the pepper mix now and I'm going to give it some very good stir so that our mix can be evenly distributed with the already poured rice that we have here. Now you don't want to have ordinary pepper down your pot and have whitish looking rice up your pot. So it's important we stir properly because that's what is going to give us our evenly distributed sauce. Remember, we started stirring from the beginning because for me, stirring when I'm cooking, especially jollof rice, is very important. And because I'm even using a wooden spoon, you guys know that when you're cooking with a non-stick pot, you need to be very careful about the kind of cutlery or kitchen utensils that you use with it. So this one I'm using a wooden spoon and it also helps me prevent burning of the rice in time. Now I'm going in with some already smoked, in fact sliced smoked sausages. I love this particular one because it just tastes really nice. It just gives me that fantastic taste. And I don't know, I think the name is Frankfurt or thereabout. I can't remember, but this is my favorite sausage that I eat. In fact, if I'm going to cook anything, I use this sausage to cook it almost all the time, except when I want to make my soup, ogbono, and all the local Nigerian delicacies, anyways. But for me, that sausage is a must in my meal. I'm also going in with some pre-cooked shrimps. I don't know if this is shrimp or prawn or whatever. But guys, this thing is expensive. But man, what is a life without eating good meal and not enjoying yourself? Because that's how stars do. Yo. So I'm going to be tucking the shrimp into the sauce so that everything will cook properly and I have fantastic food. Guys, this is already looking nice. I don't know if you can see. It's already looking really nice already. And I can't wait really. So I'm going in with some water. Water when cooking basmati rice, you need to be very careful because basmati rice do not like plenty water. It just needs steam and that's it. That's what you need to cook your basmati rice. So as you can see, I added small water into this mix because I know that basmati rice cooks fast. So I added small water to it. Now you need to be careful. You also need to keep checking the texture of your rice at every interval to be sure that the water is enough, and just be very careful. You need steam and not plenty water. The water will also wash down the taste of your rice if you're not careful. So please, the steam is very important, guys. Not plenty water. Just, it's not like the way we cook our Nigerian rice. Nigerian rice requires Nigerian rice, or is it the imported? Yeah, I think it's the imported Nigerian rice. Yeah, it requires a lot of water, but this doesn't actually. And this is my favorite for now. So I'm going in with some foil paper. Remember, guys, I mentioned that we need more steam and less of water. So that's what I'm doing now to reduce to ensure that the rice is evenly cooked, because that is also important. You don't want to have one part of your food soft and the other part of your food very hard and strong. So the foil paper is going to help us to do that. Everything we cook at once. Now guys, I'm going in with some sunflower oil. This is to fry my turkey that I already cooked, that I already set aside. I am very particular about the kind of oil I use in cooking, because for me it helps me reduce cholesterol. If you're a fit farm, whether fit farm or not, it's just very important to just note the kind of things you consume and how beneficial it is for you, because before we know it, we'll just be eating and eating and we won't know that some things are actually bad for us. So for me, my health is my wealth, so I make sure that everything is in check properly at all time. Now I'm going in with my turkey. I'm going to see, guys, I'm also very scared of frying anything because of oil splash. I've had my own fair share of it, and I have a very sensitive skin, so I'm always very careful that anything that splashes on my skin like this, now serious wahala, because my skin is so soft that sometimes I just look at myself, I'm like, how did I even get this kind of skin? So I turned down the regulator, the gas regulator, the heat regulator actually, so that the splash will not reduce. Right, I mean this the splash will be reduced, and I don't have the turkey splash everywhere in my kitchen. And you can see I'm also very particular about oil spillage everywhere. I don't just like it. I don't know, it's just something I'm very uncomfortable with. So for me, that's very important. I turn it down, allow it to fry, and when I'm done, we're good. So I'm checking on my rice now. I need to know how far we've gone, if I need to add more water, or I just need to add or you can see, guys, you can see it's already burning. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I'm going to decide whether I'm going to add some more water into this by tasting it. Guys, I'm not going to show you when I'm tasting, but I'm going in with some good butter. I mean, what's a good jollof rice without some good butter though? Butter is important in jollof rice. It helps you give it from 98% to 101%. It just helps you. It gives you that it helps you also, it helps the rice to come out properly well done, and at the same time it doesn't come out soggy. So when you add butter, it just has its own taste that it gives the food, just like I don't know how to explain it, but butter is sure good for you, however you see it. So I'm going to stir this and ensure that the butter is evenly distributed in the cooking rice now. So I'm very careful. I cover and then I'm opening it in the next 10 minutes again to see. Guys, our rice is looking fantastic, like fantastic already. Look at it. Look at this build. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. It's looking really nice. It's looking really nice, and trust me, I can't wait to eat this rice. If you're not a Nigerian and you don't know what jollof rice tastes like, my dear, I don't know what to say, but now you know wetin dey chase you everywhere. Oh, I don't even know how to speak this pidgin English, but guys, you shall understand what I'm saying. Our rice is looking really nice, and guys, can you also see that I already packed my turkey from the frying pot? Guys, this we've come to the end of our video. Please drop your like and your comments. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.